Today we're sitting in the Shop project, which is a 250,000 square foot building that was derelict in 2008. The city gifted it to me and asked me to turn it into the new place to be the home for creative and digital startup companies. So some 3 years later, we have 54 small companies here, small range from 2 to 25, as well as 4 large-scale drama stages. So we make Fresh Meat for Channel 4, Mount Pleasant for Sky One, and a whole bunch of stuff for ITV and the BBC. And as a result of that, we have a huge amount of interest from people all over the world visiting, saying, how did you do that? I was involved with the city in trying to negotiate a new home for the BBC when the BBC decided to move north, and ITV Granada played quite a substantial part in the whole of that process. But when the BBC decided to go to Media City and build what is now a fantastic facility there, the city then came back to me and said, what do we need to do for the future to make sure we have a stake at the table in the creative and digital sector? I couldn't possibly have imagined that someone would give me a blank sheet of paper, a stage on which to perform, a very large and significant bag of money, and a freedom to do what I believed in my heart and in my head could be achieved. And with a small team of very clever people, turned this derelict site into what a New York magazine quite recently wrote, saying it's the hippest place in Manchester. I think to take an idea you have in your head and then to see it come into reality. So when I wrote a paper saying in the future small companies will all be digital and startups will need to collaborate as well as compete, and the thing they'll need to do that is a physical environment that can be both an internal trading market as well as having an external focus, and to see it physically take shape, and then to come here in the mornings and see 54 small companies actually work together and collaborate and employ more people. It still amazes me that actually it was a vision that came true. I'm hugely proud of the physical building, which has won lots of architectural awards, but most importantly of all those small businesses that were given the opportunity to create business and employ young people and actually help drive the economy of the city. Well, as a result of the success of the Shop project here, the city have now asked me to build 2 others. Because we've been hugely successful in attracting new drama to the region, I'm building a new drama production hub, which is a £10 million facility about a mile away here, not far from where Shameless was filmed actually. And that's going to be 4 11,000 square foot drama stages, and we're already in the marketplace selling now to drama companies. So that's a sort of perfect triangle of creativity, from hardcore coding to stuff you see on TV and film and drama, to the companies here who both supply services and idea and production skills and the content. That's the perfect triangle. It's what I always dreamed we could achieve, and it's what it looks like is going to happen. This could be £14 million worth of public money by the time all 3 projects are complete. So there's a great sense of responsibility to make sure that that money is spent on achieving the goal which was set out in the first instance, and that is to drive the economy in the creative and digital sector, and to do so by raising aspiration and ambition from young people who have traditionally not been able to get into this sector, and by getting them into it, not just with a job, but by starting their own business in it. That's how we'll make the difference to the economy. And so I feel very privileged to be able to play a part in driving that economic revival of Manchester. So for me, this is the city that gave birth to the original industrial revolution, and we will be at the forefront of the second industrial revolution, and that's inside tech.